All right, our last video for this this chapter. We got not something we can do in Desmos, unfortunately. This is a system of three variables, which actually a three-variable equation when graphed makes a plane. And if you have a plane that intersects another plane, which maybe intersects a third. I'll see if I can draw this. Actually, you don't even care that I do draw this, but I want to now. So there's a plane going out this way, a plane coming down this way, and a plane going in this way. And you can see perhaps that there is this one point right there where all three of those planes intersect. Desmos doesn't do 3D graphing, not that I'm aware of. I don't think it does. But anyways, these are not all that difficult. It's just substitution twice. What we do is we figure out a variable to eliminate twice, and that creates a new set of equations that we can then eliminate a second variable out of to solve for the third. Okay, so if you look at this set of equations right here, you notice that there's a z missing, right? There's a z missing there. That's not a typo. That's just the way this one works, which means what would be great is if we could take the other two equations and combine those together in such a way that we can eliminate that z. And that would create a new equation with just x and y, right? So check this out. If I combine together these right here, x plus 3x gives me 4x, y plus 5y gives me 6y, minus z plus z, the z's are gone, negative 12 plus 0 is negative 12. Sweet. That combines with the other equation, 5x plus y equals negative 15, and 4x plus 6y equals negative 12. That is my system that I can now solve to eliminate either x or y, right? So let's do that. Let's look at this and see if we can figure out which variable makes sense to get rid of. Well, look at it. It makes sense to get rid of the y, right? Because this y is all by itself. So I'm going to multiply this top equation by what? What would I multiply the top equation by so that it cancels out nicely? Negative 6. So I multiply this top equation by a negative 6. My system is going to be a negative 30x minus 6y equals positive 90. And the second equation stays the same. 4x plus 6y equals negative 12. And now I can combine these together. You see that I'm picking away the variables one at a time. I got rid of the z. Now I'm getting rid of the y. Negative 30x plus 4x gives a negative 26x equals 78. And if I remember correctly, yep, pretty sure that's 3, isn't it? Divide both sides by negative 26. 3 times, that's 3 20s is 60. 3 8s is an 18. 60 plus 18 is 78. Good. So x equals negative 3. Awesome. So we figured out one of the variables. Now I just start working backwards to figure out what the other ones are. If I know that x equals negative 3, well, why don't I put negative 3 in for this equation right here? 5x plus y equals negative 15. We found out that x is negative 3. Negative 15 plus y equals negative 15. Oh, that's pretty sweet. Negative 15 plus what equals negative 15? Y must equal 0. All right. So we found two variables. Now I go to one of my other equations, probably this one right here, to see if I can figure out what z equals. I know that x plus y minus z equals negative 12. I just found that y was 0. I found earlier that x was negative 3. I just had this equation to solve. Let's get rid of all these parentheses. Negative 3 to 0 doesn't matter. So negative 3 minus z equals negative 12. If I add 3 to both sides, really? If I add 3 to both sides, that's going to give me, can you still see? Negative, the opposite of z, equals negative 9. So z equals a positive 9. And that gives us then the ordered triple in alphabetical order x, y, z, negative 3, 0, negative 9 as the solution for this particular system of equations. So a little bit beastly there. But again, it was nice that we had one of them already solved, already one of the variables eliminated. If there was another one there, which I think there is at least one in your homework, this was modeled more after the quiz. If there is one where all three variables are present in each, take two of them, eliminate a variable like we did. Take another two, maybe these two, or maybe these two, to eliminate that same variable to create two new equations. We can do an example of that maybe on Thursday if you want. That's it. That's the end of the chapter. If you have any thoughts, questions, hey, most of you have done the quiz twice each time. Feel free to do the quiz once, and then when you look at it, and you can look at it, right? Make sure you can see how to look at the quiz. I think you go to results or something, but make sure you can look at the quiz, the questions you got wrong, and feel free to ask me about those and say, hey, I got this one wrong. I have no idea why. Can you help me out? And fine-tune your answers in the homework as you go through the quiz. All right, see ya.